don't even know what this show is on. It's like, I don't know. How does that even work? How does it know? It's all AI just grabbing shit and throwing it up into the internet. Well, anyway, I'm on all of them. And if you want, you can even listen right off my website, ericzaneshow.com, right where it says free podcast. Click, and away you go. You can subscribe to the freebie. And as always, thank you so much if you subscribe, rate, and review this podcast. I don't get that many reviews. I'm really in awe at some of these shows because, like, I know for a fact that they don't have nearly, I mean, I'm not a big show. By no means do I ever pawn myself off to be a big show. I'm a niche show. There's no question. Not a lot of people listen to me. But I know there's shows that I have more of an audience than these other shows. And then I look at their reviews, and it says like 8,000 reviews. And I'm like, how the fuck? What? Huh? There's no way. And then I learned that you can actually buy reviews, though. You can actually do this. You can go and pay a certain amount of money, and it's a real review. It's actually a person reviewing it, but people who I think, I'm not even sure exactly how it goes. I think they are paid to review shows or something like that. Is really bizarre to me. Well, this all helps podcasts that want reviews because that gives you, like, internet points. But I'm like, I don't know if I'm that committed to paying people to review the show, so fuck it. I'll just let them do it and let the chips fall as they may. Okay, this is the 10th of December, 2020. I just lost my brain there. The Eric Zane Show Podcast coming to you from the Baldwin Ace Hardware Fear Bunker Hotel Room in beautiful, sunny Los Angeles, California begins now.
Hello, this is Rick from TC Paintball. You've tuned into the Eric Zane Show. Listen in while slapping a knee or through gritted teeth. Hear all of Eric's opinions, even the correct ones.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rick. I know my problem is today. I feel like I'm a little drunk. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. Be part of the free podcast that happens Monday through Friday right here. Okay, so yeah, let's do this. Tomorrow is the last day from Los Angeles. I am floored at how the time has flown by. We have goal met, goal attained. And I'm not going to lie, I'm proud of that. I'm proud of how we mustered through it and pushed on through, and anything that got in our way, we dealt with it. Jeffrey has a brand new kidney. He is recovering in a very strong fashion. He has a series of appointments that he's at right now, just probably half mile away from here at the medical center. And they're doing some testing. How's that kidney looking now? This is how it goes for Jeffrey. For the next year, Jeffrey has to take a pile of pills every day, which completely compromises his immune system. Okay? Like, pretty much tears it down to nothing. And then he's on another set of pills that also helps build it up. So it's like a weird mix and blend of how they do this. And then as time passes, and I know I'm missing some key details, but this is basically what has to happen. They have to trick his body to, like, okay, you leave this kidney alone. It's new, and we know that you want to get rid of it, but we're going to have to convince you to keep it. So kidneys are, when it comes to rejection, that doesn't happen nearly as much as you might hear with, like, a heart or a lung or something like that. But so I think he's going to do just great. He really appreciates all the thoughts and prayers that you have sent his way. And so he's going over to the dock right now, and then he's right by here. So he goes, hey, man, hey, I was thinking I'm going to be with my sister, man. Maybe I could, like, swing by, man, And I go, well, I don't know. I mean, yeah, Jeffrey, I would love to see you, but I don't want you to do anything that might compromise you. He goes, no, man, we'll stay far away, man. I mean, like, I'll get out of the car, and I'll just sit in the front of the patio there at the where you're staying, because I got, like, this patio area and the big table between us. And he's got all his mask gear, his N95 on and all that. I go, yeah, don't worry, because he cannot be around people. Anything that could possibly get him sick is a big no-no, and people do that. So, I mean, it's just remarkable, the fact that the guy gets a new kidney during the pandemic, this unbelievable historic time where you don't want to get sick no matter what, and because it can kill you, obviously. And here he is taking medicine to make his immune system weaker. This is just spectacular. Just if you could keep him in your thoughts, I would appreciate that. He's coming along pretty well. This is what happened. I had a phone conversation with him yesterday, and we were planning this out where I'm going to see Jeffrey and his sister, the Queen of the Forest, who is here, by the way. Say hi to these people. Hello. I don't know if they heard you. I think they did. She says it's time for a nap. You can't see her. She might even make an appearance at some point. Sometimes I need her help on this show, as you know. And what the hell was I going to say? Oh, damn it. I was going somewhere, too. Shit. You ever do that and you completely forget what the hell you're actually going to get into? Oh, I'm on the phone with him. He goes, oh, hey, man. And I notice his voice gets real echoey. It was unmistakable. Because as soon as I hear this on the other end of a phone conversation, I'm always like, I hate the echo. Get out of the echo chamber that you're in and get into a room that's not your bathroom. Hey, man, I want you to check this out, man. What is it, Jeffrey? Yeah, you're going to listen. And he pees. Did you know you weren't here for that? He peed. He went in the bathroom and peed when I was on the phone with him so he could give me an example of what his life is like now, how happy he is to pee. So I could hear it hitting the water. He goes, oh, man, it's almost like I start crying every time I do this. Excuse me. I could have turned that mic down as I coughed right into it. So, we have that glorious moment in the phone call. So I'll be able to see him, check him out a little bit later on. Okay. I want to talk about a guy who I've kind of made pals with. He reached out to me. I mentioned him on the podcast yesterday. His name is Rick Anthony. Radio name, no doubt. Rick Anthony is, I believe he is a program director and an on-air person at radio station in LaPorte, Indiana that I mentioned. Rock 106.5 in LaPorte, Indiana. I'm not really sure where LaPorte is. But he found my story that one of the TV stations did about the whole great kidney giveaway. And, he talked about it on his show, I guess, and he sent me the audio. First, he sent me a nice message, and he said, hey, I was just preparing for the day, and I saw your story. So he had gotten wind of all that what happened, and it struck him. So he took it to the air, Rick Anthony did, and I love the fact, this is really talent. This is talent. This is something I was never able to do in radio, and that was basically take the story and somehow not only condense it to a very, very short amount of time, but make it compelling, interesting. There's a nice point to it, and you get the full circle in a nice little in-between songs. So he's coming out of Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle, going into Owner of a Lonely Heart by Yes. Great, great album. What's that called? 90215? Is that the album? Awesome. And then in 45 seconds in between that, there I am. Listen to this.
LaPorte's rock station, the Rock 106.5 GNR right there for the drive home. That's Welcome to the Jungle. It's Rick Anthony, and during this time frame, we normally do the Genius Award or the COVID-19 Hero of the Day, but I've got something very, very special I wanted to share with you. It's a great story of a radio brother whose grand gesture is one that I just had to share. Now, it's a radio brother from Grand Rapids, Michigan named Eric Zane who flew to L.A. last week to donate a kidney to a friend from high school whom he hadn't seen in 30 years. His friend had stage 5 kidney issues, and Eric did all the research and found out that he was a perfect donor for his classmate. He posted a photo from the airport wearing a T-shirt that says, I don't always travel during the pandemic, but what I do, it's to donate a kidney. Both Eric and his classmate are doing well. And Eric, I wanted you to know that you are today's Rock 106.5 Hero of the Day. Good on you, brother.
Right into it. Did you hear that? Okay, there's a lot right with that. Okay? First of all, he's got to be the program director, because all of that was a minute one. I mean, that is That is pure program director bliss right there. If you can put all that in, talk out of the music, get into the Yes song, and then give the whole story. And then he even said, when normally this is like the COVID person of the day or the genius of the day or the whatever it was. No. COVID, those people are being moved over. And, you know, and then I'm the hero of the, I won an, do you know I won an award? Did you hear that? Rick Anthony gave me the Hero of the Day award. Excuse me. So I'm going to put in the show notes of the podcast, the Facebook page for Rock 106.5, if you could like it. And you can even listen online. So I'll put all that information in the show notes of this podcast, because you just found a great radio station who is an awesome, awesome supporter. So I really, really appreciate that. And that was very, very kind of you to do that. And how about the voice? How about the voice? There is no way in a million years I could ever sound so damn slick. Did you hear the pure butter in that voice? He has one of those voices where you have no idea of the age of the guy. None. No way. Now, I got to look at Rick, and I have a guess at his age, but when you hear the voice, I heard the voice, I go, well, something's screwed up, okay, because I'm hearing 27, but he could also be like 156. So it's a real mystery as to the frickin' sweet. And he did in the time on that. I'm not a program director. In fact, I hate it when program directors say, "Yeah, quicken it up, hurry up, man. You're taking too much time." And I'm screw it. No, I got too much of an ego to think that anybody's going to tell me how long I should ever talk for. That's probably why radio isn't ever going to be in the cards for your old pal Eric going forward, because I have the luxury of doing this now. But what the fuck? This guy is great. I love him so much. That was a very, very kind gesture. He made me very, very happy. For me, this recovery is going even better every day. Oh my gosh, I am just chomping at the bit. Yesterday, we went for a walk here in Westwood again and doing our thing, and that's basically all we do, and that is stay in this room. I'm not lying, because there was, how many cases did they say? Did I tell you in Los Angeles? 30,000? 30,000 cases in Los Angeles County, where we are. It is it's ridiculous. Out of all of the counties in the United States, there's more than 3,000 of them. This is the most explosive where we are, which just makes this whole story so much more incredible. We did it during all of this. Well, so all we do is stay inside this room and go for walks, which helps me in the recovery, and then come back here and kind of hang out. And for 2 moments, we were walking, and I started to jog. And Don's like, come on. No. Now, you have to understand, the jog wasn't really a jog. It was just basically double time walking, because I don't think I was even going faster than she was and she wasn't walking fast. But that gives you an idea of how well this has gone, the recovery from this surgery. But, so yeah, and we ventured one of our little walks. We did 2. We went to the historic In-N-Out Burger, which is just an institution, and not where I live in Michigan, but In-N-Out Burger is legendary. So I went there, and then I'm talking to Jeffrey afterwards, and he goes, "Oh yeah, man, In-N-Out legendary. Oh, man, you got to go there, you know." And he says, he goes, they're owned by some really religious folks who they put like Bible verses at the bottom of the fry wrapper and the Coke cup and all that stuff. I go, they do? He goes, yeah, man, check it out. So I look, and sure enough, I see Revelation. I can't access my phone right here. Maybe I can through the iPad. Let's see if it saved it to the. I don't think it did. No, it did. Okay. this is one of these little things that I tend to pay attention to now. As soon as he said to me, oh, man, yeah, man, they put Bible verses at the bottom of the cup, man, because they're real religious over there. I had no idea. So I look at it, and I go, okay, this is going to be one of those moments where it all kind of fits together in a religious type of puzzle for me, which I've been acutely aware of since the whole kidney thing started. And on the bottom of the fry container, it says Proverbs 24:16. Now, I don't normally read scripture on the podcast. I don't ever read scripture on the podcast, but I've told you that I feel like I've had a religious awakening, so these things tend to pop in my brain. For though the righteous fall 7 times, they rise again, but the wicked stumble when calamity strikes. And I thought, well, that's okay. Yeah, that means that's the old pick yourself up, dust yourself off. You're living with a clean heart. You're going to be okay. But the wicked, they go down once. They're like, oh, fuck, man, shit, I can't do anything. My whole world's crumbling around me. Oh, my God, I'm a wicked asshole. Oh, shit. So that's what he's saying there. And then on the shake cup, but by the way, did you like the shake? Would you, you said nice and thick. Yeah, I know. And it made me laugh when you said it. So out of 0 to 10, what would you give In-N-Out Burger? Just shout out a number. 7. You give it a 7, huh? But you're tough.
My fries were cold.
Yeah, well, it's because we walked a half mile back to the places why your fries were cold. I give it an 8.5, maybe a 9. I love the In-N-Out Burger. The bottom of the, what do you call it? The shake cup. It says Isaiah chapter 9, verse 6. And it's kind of like this is a Christmas theme right there because it has like Christmas decorations on the cup, like mistletoe and shit like that. For to us a child is born, to us a son is given, and the government will be on his shoulders. And he will be called Wonderful, Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. Well, that's perfect. I mean, perfect for the season. But now, I knew that there was going to be something there that was really going to strike me concerning the kidney. I knew it. I absolutely knew it. And it happened with the fry container. No, that was the first one. With the hamburger wrapper, it says Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. Now, I don't know shit about the Bible. I've never read it. The only time, about as far as I've gone with the Bible, is as Catholics, during the year, you have different readings to read every day. You're supposed to read. I don't. I should. I'd like to, but I'm kind of a clumsy idiot, so I always forget. But anyway, this passage says, here I am. Okay, this is the one that struck me. Revelation. I'm thinking, oh, it's going to be all fire and brimstone. It's going to be like death and destruction. We're all going to die. No, not at all. This is the angel talking. He says, here I am. I stand at the door and knock. If anyone hears my voice and opens the door, I will come in and eat with that person and they with me. To me, that is, in my own personal life, the whole kidney thing from the very beginning. The whole do my will thing, which I've told you about many, many times, that I heard that in my head. I thought that. I didn't actually hear a voice. I've made that very clear. I actually thought the words do my will. Well, to me, that kind of goes hand in hand with that. You heard the knock. You open the door. It's not Heisenberg. It's somebody nice. Let them in. Boom. Have a meal. And, hey, here you go. Blessings. So, just another one of those fantastic puzzle pieces that just popped into my head as the day wore on yesterday. And what a day it was. We finished strong. Every day is good. My gosh. So much to get to on the show. But first, Tag Accounting online at tagcpa.net. Okay, that is the certified public accounting firm of the Eric Zane Show podcast. And, you're thinking, it's only December. I don't need to worry about it. It isn't until January. I start getting my information mailed to me or whatever to get my taxes done. No. Especially for a person who's a newbie, like I want you to be with Tag Accounting in West Michigan or anywhere in the USA, okay? Reach out to them. Give them a call, 616-301-9516, or get more contact info at tagcpa.net. About getting the ball rolling, about them doing your taxes, either personal or business, this year, okay? It's not going to cost you that much. It's going to save you an abundance of time, energy, and anguish, okay, you'll have more time to get In-N-Out Burger and look up Bible verses. Trust me. And the money you spend on hiring Troy is going to save you a ton of money because you're going to get more money back on your return. It's such a terrific investment of just whatever it costs you, depending on what your tax situation is. And, oh my gosh, all of a sudden your money winds up in your bank account and you didn't have to lift one finger other than calling and getting the ball rolling with Tag Accounting. TagCPA.net. Don't let this message slip by. Make a note. I don't care if you stop listening right now and call them. 616-301-9516. Please mention the Eric Zane Show Podcast. That's how he knows. And he's a freaking nerd when it comes to money. So he's like, okay, I spent this much money. I better get this money back. You know, he's like totally bean counter. So it's very important that you let him know that you are a referral from me. Okay? Blow up the phone on the tax hobbit, Troy Ginzer, 616-301-9516. Hang on, I got to take a drink. Stand by. My gosh, so much water just ripping through my system. If you want to learn how to, what you need to learn to carry a pistol, you got to call upon my friends at Prince Arming, online at princearming.com. That is the website for the one and only Steve Prince. Call him 616-204-1705. That's 616-204-1705. When the next class is, you can find all that information out either on his website or by calling him. And then, once you're certified with the required training in the state of Michigan to carry a pistol, you just take that certificate, take it over to your county, pay them a few bucks, and then before you know it, you got your pistol license. The class costs you $125, and it'll take 1 day of your time, but once you're done, you're done. And you don't even need to own a gun to be taking the class, frankly. In fact, I think that's kind of like Steve's favorite thing because he can then, let's say he has a couple ladies that team up to take the class. They don't know what gun to buy if they're newbies. You're talking to an expert right there who can give solid advice as to appropriate weaponry based on the size of the person, how much experience they have, and a lot of people they go ahead and put in the range time before they actually follow up and get their pistol license. So that's very, very important. It's probably not a good idea to just take the class and just assume that you're an expert with a pistol. There's required, range time, continual training, improving, helping you. It's a lifelong process. But once you have the concealed pistol license, you can then carry that pistol anywhere you go. And I highly recommend that you do. Every man, woman, and person of age. Okay? All right. I got to borrow your telephone, miss. I need to call up friend of the show, Stephen Hyde. Building extraordinaire. Can you walk over to where I am? So that, I haven't yet mastered the, it's okay. I can use it. I've got to back up. Can you hand me that microphone too? You just laid there. I feel like I was working with Howlings again. You okay? Bear with me, folks. Everything's a little slower. I just talked in the wrong microphone. Everything's a little slower these days. I'll get it back. Okay, let's see. Incoming, Stefan. It's definitely Stefan. He spells it like a Stefan. Shouldn't it be Stefan? If you're a Stefan? What do you think? What's the matter? What are you laughing at? All right, hang on.
Hello.
Hey, I'm a little late, so sorry.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, man,
Hey,
man.
oh, man, man, I'm so happy, man.
I'm just so glad that you called, man.
Oh, my God, I'm standing in the toilet, man. I'm going to take a pee, man. I don't know if Jeffrey, if he likes me picking on him like that, but, I'm like, you're just going to have to get used to it. It's all out of love.
It is, too. It's so funny. I love it. I'll never get enough of it.
Jeffrey is going to, as he heals, because it's going to take about a year to get back, but he's going to bring his family back to Michigan. And
we're going to have to do a party. Hopefully
exactly what we're gonna
COVID
do.
is clear.
Oh, yeah. So, I go, all right, Jeffrey, you just take care, and then you come visit me in Michigan. All right, man, we're going to get together with the Zaniacs, man, and have a pizza party, man. Oh.
Oh, you know.
I just love them, man.
Well, we certainly love Jeffrey, and this is such an awesome story. How are you feeling today?
Oh, Steph and I was just talking with the audience how every day I just feel so much better. It's been
awesome.
It's been great, man. But I first of all, thanks as always for the support. You were one of the handful, the army of the Zaniac Wrecking Crew that created my studio.
That's right.
In my house, and you did a lot of the finished construction, correct? What was some of the, because you were doing like finished trim work, right?
Yeah, I worked on a lot of the drywall finishing too. Actually, I did a lot of coating and sanding, but I'm
That's right.
The trim carpenter by trade. So I did all of your moldings, your baseboard, and my younger brother installed the carpet, and I gave him my hand doing that. So a little bit of everything.
So what are you doing right now? It sounds like you're actually cooking in a kitchen.
Yeah, I am driving my cargo van, not unlike the A&E heating and cooling rig, coming back from a job site. So I just wrapped up for the day.
Okay.
It's a little early, but I really don't have a whole lot of equipment.
Oh my God! Yeah, you're wrapping up at 11:40. There is a reason for that, as we can hear shit falling off the van and crashing into the road. No problem. The story goes that you discovered just the other day that you're not going to be able to do as much work because some sick son of a bitch thief stole all of your equipment. Isn't that right?
That is correct. It was Monday night. I left the job site at 3 to run and get my son from school. I don't often leave my tools overnight, but I have on this particular job site in the past. And in 7 years working for this particular builder, I've never had an issue. And in 19 years of my career, I've never had an issue leaving anything in a house under lock and key. So I left, and didn't think twice about it, locked up all the doors and windows. And next morning came back, and the houses have a realtor's lockbox on the front. Just punch in the code, and you can get into the house with a construction key.
Yeah.
And they the lockbox was gone, and I'm just kind of befuddled a little bit, like what's going on here? So without thinking anything, I'm checking the electrical outlet up front, because sometimes they'll stick a key in there, or looking around on the ground to see if somebody dropped it, moved it, kicked it, whatever. And upon doing that, I peer in through the side light of the door, and I see my homemade saw stand sitting there with no miter saw saddled in the middle of it. I'm thinking, oh shit, that's not good. So in the back of my mind, I think the project manager maybe came in after I had left, because they left a little early. They might be giving me a hard time, so they took my stuff and they just tore it down and hid it in the closet or something, just to rag on me.
Right.
So I go around the house. Obviously, everything's locked up. Now I have a backup key in the van, but I don't even think about it. I go around back, and I open the slider, and it's unlocked. And before I even made it up the stairs of this unfinished basement, I had a feeling like, oh my gosh, this door is open. Somebody jimmy rigged it to get in, or somebody came after I left and opened the slider, forgot to lock it, and they took everything I had in there, which wasn't everything I own, but a lot of it. I mean, they even took my broom and dustpan out of the corner.
You sick bastard.
Yeah,
took
it
the
was
broom
horrible.
and
They
dust
left
it.
me with 50 feet of extension cord, my homemade saw stand, and a 2-foot step ladder that looked like they were making their way out the door with it, and then just decided, screw it, we're going to leave that here for this asshole. So,
God. Clearly you and I don't think like the people who did what they did to you. It just,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't, even just the simplest bit of carelessness on my own part, because I'm just not being aware of anything. It breaks my own heart that I would ever litter or something stupid like that, or turn right on red when it says not to. I always feel somewhat like I should follow the rules. And what type of sick son of a bitch do you have to be? What type of upbringing? What went wrong with these people who at one point were probably great individuals, and now they're complete assholes, tearing up someone's life like this? I'm really sorry that this happened, man.
It's the regard for somebody else's personal belongings. I'm with contractors regularly in and out of these houses. Sometimes I'll be working side by side with the flooring guy or the electricians in there. And we all have a tremendous amount of equipment that we bring in and out. And there's just a ton of respect that if I go into a house and the painter has left his rig and things in the house, it's winter, he leaves it in there to keep it warm so it doesn't freeze overnight in his van. I'm not over there monkeying with it or doing anything short of moving it out of my way to do my job and putting it right back. And I certainly make sure I lock up behind myself because that's somebody else's stuff in there.
Yeah.
But they basically just, took a good chunk of my livelihood. And unfortunately, without my knowledge, I wasn't insured enough for what I lost. So I'm going to be on the hook for about $3,000 of the $4,000 that walked off.
Oh, for God's sake. Man. All right. So now we're talking about all different types of power tools and hand tools that you would use on a regular basis on a job, which has hurt your ability to work. And but there is also the whole idea of when crimes like this happen, it's not like cops are going to go out and try to hunt for the individual. I mean, this is kind of like one of those things that they can't stop everybody.
And they didn't even send a cruiser over. I called and they sent me a link to fill out a police report online. Yeah. And I asked, I go, are you going to send somebody over? I'm thinking, let's get CSI in here. We're dusting for prints. We're going to track this son of a bitch down. We got his footprints, and we know what kind of tires he's got on his vehicle and his point of entry and all this. That was all it was. And even if they find this guy, I don't think that it's going to be more than a slap on the wrist. They've got so much other crap going on.
Right.
And the city of Grand Rapids was burning this summer.
So, did you see is that true? You saw tire tracks and footprints and all that shit in there?
There was, but nothing just, distinguishable of somebody that I wouldn't know, or there's so many different contractors in and out. The siders were working on the house next door. They had just finished up that house. They've been walking around the house, siding it. Delivery trucks are in and out. The tile guy just wrapped up upstairs, so his truck was in and out of there. The stonemason's truck was in and out of there. I've been in and out of there. So nothing I could really put a fine point on or point finger to.
So you discovered this, and then did anybody speak to you of it, or did you first talk to someone? Like did anybody come up and say, "Hey, I heard you got robbed"?
No, it was me. So I discovered everything missing. The first phone call I made was to the project manager, and he said, "I'll be right there," and he came within the hour. The second phone call I made was, first, I didn't know what police department to call. Is it Michigan State Police? Kent County Sheriff? Does Byron Center have a police department? So I called a friend of mine who's a retired state trooper out of the Rockford Post, and now he works as kind of like a bailiff downtown. So I called him on his cell, and he gave me the number for the non-emergency line for the Sheriff's Department. And I called them.
All right. And the reason why I bring that up is because sometimes when these things happen, there was one moment in time when I had something that not violent vandalism committed on a car when I was young, and I just didn't speak of it to anyone. And I was the only I discovered it, and I didn't speak of it. And I waited, and then 2 days later, some dummy says, "Hey, I heard your car got vandalized," and I'm like, "Well, there's only one way you could possibly know that." And so it turned out I was right. And so I solved my own crime. Police were called. Everybody had to pay me money. It was great. It was just high school vandalism. But, I mean, obviously we're a little bit, the cat's out of the bag on this deal. I just wonder if anybody actually heard anything.
Yeah, before I knew it, there was already a company-wide email out from the builder onto all the subs. So before I even talked to one of the crew members of the Siders that morning at about 8:30, because I walked over to ask him if anything was missing on his end, they had ladders and picks laying out around the house, which are pretty big and hard to pull off, and they really don't net a ton of money. It's kind of hard to walk a ladder into a pawn shop. So he told me, yeah, I heard that you got burglarized last night, and it was before I even brought it up to him, but that was because his crew leader had already received phone calls from the superintendent. So it was way out of the bag.
Yeah. So now, trying to solve your own crime, what do? You like look on Marketplace? How does it work on your end? What are people telling you what to do?
Yeah. So a lot of Marketplace, everybody I talk to is like, keep an eye on Marketplace, keep an eye on Craigslist. So I'm kind of, every couple hours or whatever, I'll pop in and do a couple keyword searches, because most of my tools were all one brand. I like Makita tools.
Yeah.
Everybody's got their brand, whether it be DeWalt or Milwaukee or Bosch or whatever. And mine's Makita. So if you see any Makita tools out there, maybe send me a PM.
Yeah.
So I put a Facebook post on my personal post, basically listing off things, maybe kind of hoping people will keep an eye out for them. And I also did one from my High Construction Facebook page. Did that, and then I also contacted the Byron Center High School, which their athletic field or athletic parking lot kind of butts up to these two lots. Thinking maybe they had a camera or something, and I was put in touch with their sheriff that works directly with the school, and he's been very helpful. He checked the cameras, and there was nothing on there that he could see. He could see the houses, but they're motion censored, so unless somebody drove through the parking lot, he didn't get a glimpse of them. But he's been most helpful in the whole thing of kind of looking it over and giving me a cell phone number to reach him anytime if I got a lead. If I find something, to go check it out, verify that it is mine, and then get back in my car, call him, he'll meet me there, and then we'll, work on getting it back. And then, so Tuesday when I discovered everything was missing, after getting off the phone, I headed home, but I took the Vision home, and I stopped at 4 to 6 pawn stores.
Oh, okay.
And gave them a list of all my stuff, my business card, and left it at that. And then I also called and emailed a few other ones to, give them the list, keep an eye out for it. So hopefully something turns up. Maybe they'll, get a little loose and try to get some money out of some of the stuff, and I might be able to find it, reclaim one or two. The small stuff is the big thing that really, I didn't think it was worth anything. If I'm going to rob a job site, I'm going to take the saws. I'm going to take the big stuff that can net me the most money. That's
for
quick
sure.
Flip. Not somebody's hand tools, but I realized that when I went to the store just to get by for the next day, because I still have jobs that need to get done, and I grabbed my backup tools. I keep a little bit of tools at home. When I upgrade, I keep my old. I've had a lot of friends and colleagues and even Zaniacs messaging me, calling me, and offering, hey, I got this Black & Decker screwdriver or screw gun. It's not real great, but it'll get you by.
Right.
And I
nice.
deeply appreciate everybody reaching out and helping me in that regard, and sharing my post. I mean, it's made it up to the UP, all the way over to Macomb County. Every time it's shared, I get alerted, and I just kind of look at the person's profile to find out where they're from. And
nice.
It's reaching all the way around, which is nice, and maybe something will turn up, but I think I'll be okay. I got enough to get by. Swiping the credit card to buy a few things. I'll get a little bit of money from insurance to help pay it back, and then work my way back up.
At Hyde Construction on Facebook, at HYDE Construction on Facebook. In fact, I was just looking at it. Excuse me. Some really nice work. I just saw that set of images you put up of that wood wall.
Oh, yeah, that was a fun one. I did 2 of them for that customer, and I'm actually slated to go back and do a ceiling for them in their sunroom.
Oh, man. Just very, very cool.
Well, thank you.
And a huge hockey fan. The Stephen Hyde. Seriously, it had to be one of the high points of your life. Was it last hockey season when you got to sit in the booth with us and be one of the off-ice officials? Have you done that more than once?
Yeah, I did that. So last season, prior to the COVID shutting everything down, I think I did 3 or 4 games, and that was the first time I did it. And Josie put me in touch with Walt Clark on that. And in fact, Walt Clark was my senior referee when I was 12 years old. Starting to referee hockey.
Yeah.
So I kind of know a handful of everybody in there, and she's like, "Yeah, if you'd like to do this, we're always looking for help. It's not a paying gig, but it kind of, you get to watch a hockey game."
If you like hockey, it's exactly what you want. Call Stefan, please, by the way. Stefan, in addition to the at Hyde Construction on Facebook, is there a number that they can call for you, buddy?
Yeah, yep. My cell phone and business line, my all-around phone number is 616-520-3712.
Okay. Well, man, I'm sorry that happened to you. I appreciate all your support over the years. You've been nothing but a sweet savior of all of ours. So I thank you so much for that.
No, likewise, it goes both ways. Friends for life.
You know it. Okay, give my best to everybody, and I just hope you're able to turn it around quickly. Keep your chin up. It sounds like you got a great attitude.
Yep, I'll be all right. I'll come back out of this, just a minor setback, and my best to you and yours too. Continued recovery and a safe flight home, and hopefully you can relax in your own home on Sunday before you get back to the podcast. Love the show. Listen every day. Okay, Stefan. Thanks again. All right, Zane. I appreciate it, man. We'll talk to you soon. Pleasure's mine. Talk to you soon. There you go, Stefan Hyde. There, great friend, sweet soul. You believe that somebody stole all his shit? Some sick son of a bitch stole it. Oh, yeah. Here you go. Apologize. The idea of, he mentioned it. Yeah, I hope you get back into town, settled in nicely. That, of course, is going to happen. But we are now looking at the potential of, oh, my God, the jet lag. Okay, it's one thing flying to, which is where we are now. We're here. So right now, to me, it's just before 9 a.m. That's what I'm used to. I've been here for, 10 days. So, even more than that. Right now, so if I were to go to bed now at like 9 p.m. here this time, it's midnight. But going back now and trying to get reacclimated is an absolute nightmare. It was tough enough doing it this way. You're not going to sleep. You haven't experienced this in a long time, because when we went to California years ago, that you probably forget how hard this is. But for me personally, Diana, this was a real pain in the ass getting back on sleep. And the key is you got to power through. So on Sunday night, Michigan time, when it's 1 a.m. and I am wide awake, okay, because my body's fighting me in this weird scenario. The idea is not to panic and freak out, because that's the type of shit where I'll rip off my clothes, go running down the street like an idiot, murder the neighbor's dog, get thrown in jail because I'm crazy. But if I just lay there and not have a panic attack, I'll be fine. And then the key is to get up on time the next morning after like 3 minutes of sleep, and then do not take a nap. Like, power through the whole day. And then it's going to repeat. It's going to be the same thing. You think, oh, well, I'll get to sleep, no problem now on Monday night. Nope. No way. You're going to go like 6 days without sleeping. It's just the worst thing in the world. And then eventually your body will then get back to it. It is, I do so poorly on recovering from this type of time change scenario. Oh, God, I am not looking forward to that.
Okay, a lot more to get to on the show. I do want to remind you, though, that we are on Patreon, and that is going to be a fun time today. As always, patreon.com/Eric Zane. If you want more Eric Zane Show podcast, join my Patreon, and that is one of the many ways that I help keep the puppies fed and the lights on. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. Try it out as a challenge. I ask you this. Just give me $5 or $10 a month. Those are my two price tiers for just 1 month. You can cancel it after 1 month. Hell, you can sign up, listen to it for a week, and cancel it, and then you still get the whole month. It just won't recharge you again. You see what I mean? It's very easy to do that. Just log in to your whatever you save your username and password to, and after a week of being bored, you go, screw this. This show sucks. I don't want to renew in a month. So then you're out $5 or $10, and we gave it our best. So I challenge you to try it. I think you'll like it. We have a great time, give you more podcasting each and every day. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. A&E Heating and Cooling, that is the service. Let me just start that whole thing again. It was really bad. A&E Heating and Cooling. Joe Martinez wants to service your furnace or your air conditioner. $79. That is the furnace tune-up. This is not something that you let slide. A&E Heating and Cooling. Get that thing done, checked out once a year. You need your furnace checked out once a year. You need the air conditioning set up checked out once a year. That's it. A&E Heating and Cooling, online at aeheatingcooling.net. Call Joe Martinez at 616-516-8579 today. My friends at Shoreliners are getting set to go on kind of like a winter hiatus because they've been striping and doing parking lot stuff for as long as it's been dry. You can't paint parking lots when there's snow all over the place, okay? So, but this is a terrific sponsor that as they want to keep like involved with the show, and then when the springtime comes, okay, they'll be getting right back after it with a full complement of services provided to you. It could be painting your athletic fields, sweeping the parking lots, or painting the parking lots. ShorelinersStriping.com. Okay. Need some water. Might have to take the old show pee break today. The bladder is not... Everything's screwed up inside of my system right now. It's still recovering, but stand by. I need to take a drink. Eric Zane, hero of the day. Thanks to my man, Rick Anthony. Where are you going?
Well, I gotta get ready because I gotta FaceTime my students.
All right. Body. This is what I want to talk about now. When it comes to the recovery from the surgery, my body is doing several things to the extreme level, and many body issues post surgery. First of all, sleeping. I've complained about this since this has been going on since I had the surgery, but it appears to be getting more involved. And I thought I had a decent night 2 nights ago of not sweating while sleeping, but last night was probably the worst. My gosh, this has never been an issue before, but I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if this is a side effect of the recovery. Yeah, you're going to have a little pain in the incision, and you're going to be sweating all the time. Oh, my gosh. Wake up in the middle of the night, total freaking flop sweat, P90X plyometrics sweat. The bed is wet. I mean, it's like ridiculous. It's wet, and if you ever Diana, what's it like sleeping in the wet spot? So yeah, that's exactly what that is. And so the whole bed is completely soaked. And then I'm like, oh my God, it's actual slime. I get out of bed and I'm like, oh God, this is just disgusting. It's like it's so horrible. It's like the whole body is completely lubed up from head to toe. Off of my face, it's just embarrassing. And then I go, well, what am I going to do? So then I decide to move to the other side of the bed. Okay? Now, there's only one small spot on the bed that isn't coated in my body jizz. And it's the very, very edge. And so I'm like right on the edge, and the pillow's soaked. And I'm like on the verge of waking Diana up. But I'm like, then we'd have to go to the front desk and get new sheets. It's just, oh my God, one thing after the other. I have no idea what to do about this. The alarm goes off. I jump out of bed somehow and right to the shower. I think I sweat more while I sleep now than I would when I would do triathlons on a hot summer day. It is absolutely horrible. The other thing is the hunger. My gosh, when I get hungry, it's like hangry times 10. And I need, oh my God, I am like a lion eating a zebra. It's ferocious. It's when we decided to go to In-N-Out Burger yesterday. This is a half mile away. I was feeling so out of sorts because I was starving that I had to eat like a whole bowl full of pretzels and like a thing of trail mix just to get there because I was so messed up. I've never had such extreme hunger in my life. I'm not kidding you. Oh, and I'm like, it's got to have, I can't wait to talk to Dr. Grish. I got an appointment tomorrow, my checkup before I leave. So do you often hear, Doc, about people who want to eat like an entire, In-N-Out Burger or the everything in the store? I mean, is the hunger off the charts? Oh my God, we got that food, and we ended up walking back to the hotel here, which is too far of a walk, but we should have eaten it right there, by the way, But there was people everywhere, and I didn't want to sit on the benches on the side of the road because you won't believe what people do in those benches on the side of the road. I'd be sitting in someone's feces. But my God, when I actually got down to that, I'm like, don't talk. No one can talk to me. In fact, I'm feeling a little hungry right now. So that I should just like stop the show. But no, I was able to actually get something this morning. But you would not believe the intense hunger. And I was reading up a little bit about this, that may have something to do with the body's response to trying to repair what has happened to it. They removed a kidney. There's a huge incision in you, all that shit. And the body needs nourishment in order to like put all the building blocks back together again. So I don't know. Maybe there's something to it. I'll talk to the doc and let you know. I have a virtual doctor's appointment where I'll end up holding the phone up to the incision, which is just above my package. And it's really gnarly looking because it's got this tape on it and the glue holding the you okay over there? I see boobies. You can't find your bra. Oh no, I don't know what to tell you. Don't come on the camera because we'll get deplatformed. Facebook want to already get rid of me. Side note, I was talking to Wally yesterday, my late mother's husband. And I know I swear all the time. And I sometimes I cringe when people I know watch it who I know don't like to hear me swearing. And he goes, I heard you. I go, yeah, well, I'm just giving you an update on the surgery. I called the podcast to make it through the swearing. I'm like, oh, gosh, man, I know. I go, yeah, I know. And he goes, I had a, then I thought it got deleted. I bet you got in trouble from Facebook, right? Facebook doesn't care about swearing. Hell, yeah. There's a lot worse that happens on Facebook these days. No, I don't know what happened there. But, all right. So, I don't know how I got on that. Sorry, I'm rambling a little bit. The hunger. Oh, see, the medical appointment. So, the incision, you got to hold the phone up to the incision for him to take a look at it. So, that's going to be weird. But, because it's all like, it's the tape over the incision at the bikini line or a little bit below, just above, like right where if you're looking down and you can see like your pubes, right where they start to grow, and then probably a half inch below that, okay? So the reason why they do that is so that when your pubes grow in, the scar you don't see it. Now, I don't care about the scar. And I always, like, pretty much shave mine all the way down to nothing. I'm like a baby, always. But it's a real bummer because now I've got this big, gnarly muff, and I hate it. And so it looks ridiculous with these Gandalf hair-colored pubes and this stupid tape on it and this huge gash. It looks like a sideways vagina in me. Like somebody hit me in the belly with a sword. And so then I have to hold the phone up to my gray muff and say, hey, doc, how's this look? Can you imagine being a doctor? Just that's part of your day? Looking at some dude's man muff on a frickin' Zoom. There's all these doctors going, oh, yeah, he's got a good-looking muff. All these different doctors are going to see me. Oh, God. I'm talking myself into not wanting to do it. So that's some of the changes I'm going through. And then last but certainly not least, life-changing dumps. Seriously, it's like you wake up and you're like, oh, no, In-N-Out Burger. I won't spend too much time on this. But let me just tell you that when those moments end, I'm like, that may have saved my life. Holy cow. Because the way the doc described it, Dr. Hans Alban Grish, my new hero, who I described to as flying into the UCLA Medical Center on a jetpack, and then showing up in the hospital surgery room. He described it as, as your body gets back together again, your intestines, they want to go, work down the line to get used food through there, but yours are going to be firing at all different spots, so it's all going to be tough for you to get the system working again. So hopefully you won't have that problem. Good news, Doc. Everything seems to be working beautifully, and I owe it all to you. Holy cow. We got to talk about SpaceX. Enough about me. We got to talk about this launch that went on yesterday and the corresponding hilarity that took place during some of the big festivities, okay? But before I do that, let me remind you that if you're in the market for a new car, Sarah Honda Granville is where I would like you to go. And as always, please mention my show. You can go in person. You can shop online. If you are in the West Michigan area, Sarah Honda Granville is on Kennewa, right by 44th Street, the #1 Honda volume dealer in the state of Michigan. And they're so nice there. I've been working with these people for since I think 2006 when they were known as Rivertown Honda. And they're the nicest group of people that are over there, and I'm just so happy to be associated with them. So walk in, check out a car, or check out online, sarahhondagranville.com, and do mention my name. And, you're going to get some of the greatest cars that are made in the world today. The resale value of a Honda is through the roof. It's tough to even find a good used Honda because people hang on to them forever. They also have the certified pre-owned area of the store, and it's all on one great campus, sarahhondagranville.com. And my realtor of choice is Henry Steffes, the Steffes Group of Keller Williams Realty, online at thesteffesgroup.com. If you're thinking about selling the home, start that process by doing this. First of all, get a couple of realtors who have been suggested to you by friends or family or who you may know, maybe you worked with in the past. That's fine. Make one of those people that you call, though, be Henry Steffes. Have him do what the other two are going to do as well. More often than not, as with a lot of my great sponsors, you'll be like, Zane's right. This is clearly head and shoulders from the other two. TheSteffesGroup.com is their website. Go there, check out what they have to offer, and they can also have many, many listings and can help you find a home as well. Henry Steffes at The Steffes Group. Thank you for sponsoring the Eric Zane Show podcast. All right. So Elon Musk is like, all right, this is the new rocket that I am working on that I am going to use to help propel people to new heights in the space race. This latest rocket that they were testing is known as, what is it, the S? I don't even know what the hell I'm It doesn't matter. Elon Musk's latest rocket is huge. Now, this is the type of thing that because right now the Falcon Heavy is the workhorse of his stable, where he's all the time he's contracted by governments now. What started out as when Elon Musk was like, hey, I'm going to build a rocket motor that takes off and then it falls to Earth. And normally back in the day, they just land in the ocean and then that's it. It's done. What a waste, if you think about it. Well, Musk is like, well, that's fucked. How about we develop one where through technology, after it shoots the payload into orbit and the booster's falling, we hit a couple buttons and then we land it like a pencil straight up and down. And everybody said, well, we can't do that because that's impossible. You're a stupid dick. You don't know what you're talking about. Well, then he said, okay, watch this. And then this crazy rich bastard has been just nailing that, and that has become the standard now. So everybody laughed at Elon Musk. And a lot of people still like to laugh at Elon Musk, but I don't. I love this guy. He is as weird as they come, and that's what you do with weirdos. You just let them do their thing, and then they figure it out, and then humanity benefits in the long run. You take some dude, let him with all of his money, his billions of dollars, let that fucker work, okay? Because then in the end, we're going to get cool shit and awesome things happening. Well, the latest motor is going to propel, Musk says, a crew to Mars. This dude wants to fly to Mars, okay? And then while these people are there on Mars, they're starting to build up everything they need to get from Mars back to Earth, okay? And he says that that's going to happen. I don't know how, because once you get on Mars, you're going to need fuel to get off of Mars. So I don't have any answers for this, and I don't have the time or energy to research it. I'm not gonna. Just let me know when you get that far, okay? I don't give a shit. To me, there's a lot of hurdles that would have questions about, like once you're on Mars, there's a lot of logistic issues that need to be taken care of in terms of protecting the people that are on the planet, and the whole idea of it takes a hell of a long time to get there, and how the fuck they got to get back? I mean, how are you going to get somebody to say, I volunteer for the trip? Finding that guy to say, I volunteer for the trip knowing that I might not ever come back. I could never do that. And then the whole idea of being on a space module for, at the very least, months and months and months at a time, roaring through space to find Mars, to get to Mars. Oh, my God. I think I would lose my mind. Hell, being in this hotel room and taking breaks and leaving and walking out on our little homeless adventures, that's enough to drive you stir crazy. Being in the same place, flying through space for that long, oh, my God. You would have to be so mentally fit to be able to do that. That seems incredible to me. So the latest is this rocket is going to be used. This is the goal. This type of really, really terrific Starship prototype rocket is what it's being described as. And the point of this was launch the rocket. I guess it's different than the Falcon Heavy. I have no idea why. And then once it gets up there, about 8 miles up, then it stops. The motor stops firing, and then it starts to fall. And then these fins come out of the side of it, which orient it so that it's sideways, like lateral with the horizon. And it's doing like a belly flop as it falls straight down. So it's not tumbling or doing anything weird like that. It really looks majestic. This is, by the way, celestial excitement. But I'm not like the nerds that I'm going to play you clips of in just a second here. It falls, and then right before, and you've seen this before, right before it's approaching the Earth, the motor fires again and orients it so it's straight up and down like a pencil, and then the frickin' legs come out, and then it lands, okay? But this time, it did not land the way they wanted it to. There was a malfunction, and it came in a little hot. It hit the landing pad, as it always does, and it just blew up. Now, there are some people who just like to watch the world burn and say, see, shit, yeah, it's Joe Biden's fault. Yeah, fucking it's Donald Trump's fault. It's Black Lives Matter's fault. This is that, yeah, of course it blew up. Yeah, fuck this, man. It's probably, that's because Joe Biden's going to be in the White House. All this shit is going on. People are talking all this shit. And meanwhile, Elon Musk is like, yeah, I didn't even give a shit about the landing. There was a lot of other shit that I was worried about. 95% of this was an absolute smashing success. If I'm him, it wouldn't surprise me if Musk tweeted out, yeah, I did that on purpose. I just wanted to see it blow up. That guy's got so much money, it's unbelievable. He's got government contracts all around the globe from every nation that has a space program. This guy is absolutely rolling in the dough. How is it that he is not richer than Amazon guy? He's building rockets to fly people to space. Yeah, so if I'm him, I'm like, hit the joystick, crash that shit. Now, I love rockets. You've heard me on those clips years ago, and I'm like, oh, no, the shoe blew off. Oh, my God. So I love this, but not as much as the nerds that I'm about to play you audio from. Okay? Let's start with, this is just a clip. Okay, what you got here is on the YouTube video, you can see the launch. And it has all these tech experts who are all professionals in what they're describing. And that's all right. But these guys that we're going to listen to have their own YouTube channel, and they take the same broadcast or internet stream, and then they make their comments on it. Okay? And they're king and queen nerds. They're the biggest nerds. If you're annoyed with me and my excitement, my celestial excitement features, they take me and make me look like nothing. In fact, I listen to these guys, and I'm only listening because of their sheer joy of all of this. So this will give you an idea about the dork level of these nerds. This is just a clip, a random clip of their live stream, which is seen by like 100,000 people at any given time. I mean, it's really well attended. And they got a whole army of nerds.
Go to the launch site, do a cryo-proof quickly, and then a static fire.
Okay, let me just interrupt this. If you're going to be on this show, you have to sound like this. You can't sound like a normal human being. You have to sound like your nose is full of snot, like you've never had sex, and, well, basically this guy.
Go to the launch site, do a cryo-proof quickly, and then a static fire. It's hard to say how many static fires they'll do. They might want to investigate the header tank anomaly they had with SN8. But, I mean, I would say it's not out of the question for SN9 to hop this month, because all they need to do, from what we can tell, is fill in a hole at the landing pad, and that probably won't take that long, knowing SpaceX.
Yeah, so I have no idea what any of that means. All I know, it's some great nerd speak, and that sets you up for this. I have audio of the launch as these dorks are getting ready for the big moment. Now, if I am watching the launch of any of Musk's rockets, I'm like, wow, oh, yes, that's freaking great. Okay, cool, but that's it, you know? I mean, I'm not jizzing like these guys are. Listen to this jizz nerd fest.
All right, under 30 according to the count.
Big vent.
Big vent.
That's
just saw a spurt from the tri-vent. There's another spurt.
10, 8.
They use the word spurt, and that's just funny to me.
7, 6.
This is
5,
absolutely gorgeous. I
4,
can't get over this shot.
3, 2, 1, 0.
Oh.
Wow! It lifted off! It lifted off! Oh my god, it lifted off! Oh my god. Folks, it's going! Look at that! Wow!
Oh my god, they're
Mary
20
with the
seconds into play.
Look at that! Such a fantastic track there!
Oh.
The blue sky, look at the sun glinting off the fins! Oh, wow!
Oh my gosh, this is unreal. This is, look at it go! Oh my god!
This is double rainbow.
What are we seeing here?
The robotic track is even online right now. Michael tracking it with the robot. Mary still has it right there in front. You can see the three. Look at the three raptors.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
way.
we see them. We see them. So, okay, it's taken off. Takes a little time to get about 8 miles high. Motor shuts. The thing just starts to fall back down to earth. The fins come out and right it, so it's now horizontal like I indicated. That was cool. That was really, really cool. And then the moment when, Elon Musk says, all right, let's bring this bitch home, and he hits the big button and the thing orients vertically, okay, up and down. And that's cool. I love that shit. And then I'm like, oh, great, we're going to see it land. And then kablamo, it blows up. And the reaction of these nerds as that all happens is fantastic. We pick it up right at about the point when the thing is about to fire its motors and orient up and down, getting ready for the landing.
The engine shuts down and the vehicle orients itself for the belly flop. That's what we're waiting for next, I think.
Look at Mary's angle.
And there we go. Shut down.
Here it comes.
All right, I take this back. This is, I take that back. This is when it's gone as high as it's going to go, okay? And now it's starting to fall. It has to, the fins come out, and then it goes sideways where it belly flops down, and then at the end of the clip, last 20 seconds or so, you'll hear the motor fire where it goes up and down, orients up and down, and then it crashes. So this is all the jizz fest. Bear with me. It's about 2.5 minutes.
Here it comes.
Belly flop.
Oh, look at that.
Look at the vapor.
Oh,
What?
what is it doing?
It is so not a big
Oh
deal.
my God, the fins are moving. The fins are moving it.
What?
Oh my God. Oh my God, it's stable. It's
Look at the
stable.
throttle.
So
It
now
looks
it's
like it's going sideways. It's like, Mary, this is a fantastic track.
Mary, this is amazing. It is stable, guys. It is stable.
all Mary wants is some dick.
It's
all the way
going
down.
up.
Two different,
Oh my
views
gosh.
from two different angles. Mary's got it from the angle on
Mary.
the side. Jack's got it from South Padre
I've
Island.
got it on the robot too.
Jack's got it on the robot.
Oh my
The guy with the speech impediment's got it on the robot.
Oriented, its aero surfaces are successfully controlling it as it falls back to Earth.
Wow.
We oh my goodness.
You know, I'm
The next
happy
major
with
milestone
20
is
people
raptor
watching my live
reignition,
stream.
guys.
These guys have 100,000 people watching their live stream.
Mary, this is
At this point, this is
Why don't we
already a
hear
win for
Mary?
SpaceX. This is all a
This-
bonus
oh,
at this point.
oh yeah, anything past this point.
Where the
is a
fuck is
bonus. You're
Mary?
Exactly right, Thomas. This is incredible. An incredible track. Look at that.
Gosh.
I don't know what else to say.
I mean, it's not moving. This is rock solid right now.
So it's still doing that
It's not,
belly
it's not
flop.
going
You may have
or
seen it.
rocking or anything like that. It's
Okay.
stable.
Now it's going to get ready to
Coming up on
orient.
Raptor reignition here.
They're going to
Oh,
fire
look
that
at the
motor.
cloud. Look at that. Look at that.
Look at Mary's shot.
Look how nice and slow it's coming down. That is drag at work. This is why they
Oh,
fly
it's-
this way.
There it is.
Oh, it relit. Oh,
And the flip.
it did the flip. Oh my God, the landing legs. Oh,
No,
no
way.
way. No way. No way.
And then,
Oh!
oh,
Oh,
shit.
Wow.
Crashed. That's all she wrote. Some guy
Did
goes,
not quite.
that's all she wrote.
Oh my God, so close. So close.
Oh, that's awesome.
Flight time was 6 minutes 42 seconds. So close.
It's off the fire
Look at
everywhere.
that.
I'm telling you, that's double rainbow. That's what I hear every time. Oh, that is just fantastic. So, yeah, fantastic. So, SpaceX, I mean, I love that shit. There's no question. That is right up my alley, and I'm more entertained by these guys. Okay, I got to take a quick break. If I don't pee, this is a problem. And you know me, I just had a kidney removed, so this has to happen. Do you want to sit in, Pooh? Do you want to sit in and talk to them, or is this makeup time? Makeup time. Okay, so you're just going to see an empty chair for however long it takes me to go pee, okay? So are you okay with that? This won't come out in post. I'm too lazy. I guess it might come out in post. I don't know. It depends. Hold on. I'll be back in just a second. Oh, my God. If I don't do this, I'm going to die. Oh my gosh. No, I didn't wash my hands. I don't have time for that. Dinah's at the sink, and it's my own penis, so no, I'm not washing my hands. Jeez. We got another. Oh, no. The monolith story is really starting to get on my nerves. What is happening? Why does everything have to be ruined? It was already dumb enough, but I at least liked the story. And now it's just stupid. That next. Hey, when it comes to working out, I encourage you to call upon my friends at F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. F is functionality, or functional, and 45 is how long the workout is, 45 minutes. F45 Byron Center, F45training.com/Byron Center. You get 1 week free. Bang on their door and get after it, okay? Once everything settles down and you can get back to training, this is where I want you to go. Byron Center, Michigan features F45. And this is the type of deal where they go, all right, we've warmed up. Here we go. And then you do something for 45 seconds. You get a 10-second rest, take a drink, maybe towel off. You're on to the next thing. You're doing something else, jumping up and down, burpees, I don't know, pull-ups. And it's terrific because you're going to be having a group exercise session with a personal touch. Everybody encourages each other. Showers, have everything you need, and socially distanced when they're allowed to. And it's just a fantastic place to get a great workout. F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. F45training.com/Byron Center. You can sign up for a free week, okay? Please mention me when you call upon my friends at F45 in Byron Center, Michigan. Mario is my mortgage guy. Never been a better time to get a mortgage, man. NMLS number 3035 for the Mario Flores Lakeshore team of Van Dyke Mortgage. 231-332-6505. Thank you so much, Mario. He is also the owner of the West Michigan Ironmen, the arena football team in Muskegon, Michigan. And plays over at Mercy Health Arena. And, man, can you believe it? I got one game with those folks before everything got shut down. And we're looking to get back after it as the vaccination starts to take hold. But, my God, what a pillar of the community Mario Flores is. If you're thinking about a mortgage and it doesn't matter where you are in the USA, listening to this show, call upon Mario, 231-332-6505, and let him talk to you, man. See what he can do for you. Now, I know some of you are like, well, I got a mortgage guy. I've worked with mortgage people before. I understand. I'm just asking you to interview him, talk to him, see if he can do something a little different for you, okay? And he is especially interested in you if you are a first-time mortgage person. Okay, that is it's tricky business. There are no stupid questions. Please don't feel embarrassed or bad by that. Call Mario, and he will help you out and get you into a home. 231-332-6505. And then, of course, my friends at A&D Cleaning. With the holidays here, this makes a great great gift. My gosh, can you imagine if you spent a little cheddar and gave Amy a wad of bills to clean the house, and then your wife comes home and you're like, yeah, hey, she's going to be so happy. That's a great gift too. And, if you sign up for a monthly or weekly setup or once every 2 weeks, you can do whatever you want. The limitations are none with A&D Cleaning. 616-550-3644. They also sponsor the appearances by Daisy the Bulldog. Thank you to A&D Cleaning. Okay. Hold on. Water, and then we're back after it. I apologize. I think we're doing okay, though. Hang on. My apologies if you're hearing like a buzzing in your ear. I'm getting some weird cord noise. I've got like this stack of cords here. Everybody who sees the podcast doing it from here, they're like, man, it looks like you got a great setup there. And I'm like, it's all right. It's serviceable at best. I'll be happy when I can get back to the studio. I had a conversation yesterday with Stefan Hyde before him, obviously joining me on the show today to talk about some dumbass ripping off all his shit for his livelihood. He wants to get into podcasting. And if you want to get into podcasting, I can help you with that. And a lot of people, there's a lot of different options for equipment. I have had the same equipment for 4 years. And it is, there are a lot of places to spend money on things you don't need. So if you ever want to do your own podcast, a lot of people like to do this shit for fun. There's a lot of different things that are going to try to get you to spend money with them. I know everything there is to know about what you need to start a podcast, and you don't have to spend as much money as you think. For everything that I have here in this room, and that's 2 mics, 2 stands, 2 cords, a mixer board, a bunch of cords, headphone amplifier. This is about $500. This is no big deal. You go online and say, I want to start a podcast. Oh, you got to spend $2,000. That's bullshit. If you ever want specifics, I can help you. Just reach out to me, Eric at ericzaneshow.com, just because I want you to be able to do something like this. All right. It all started in the southern Utah desert, monolith. I was firmly on board that it's aliens. Okay, of course, every asshole in America decides to ruin it by hunting where it is. I don't know why they had to do that, because all of a sudden the monolith is gone. You could have just left it alone, but no, you had to go find it. Why do you feel the need to do that and wreck it? Because then every idiot starts driving over there, shredding on the pristine surface there, and that's not good. Do you ever see a video of the top of Mount Everest? Okay, because 89 million people a year climb to the summit, bringing Sherpas carrying an entire household of materials up there, and all these rich bastards climb up to the top. And near the top, they set up camp and have a filet mignon dinner and throw the shit off the side of the mountain and pitch it all off the mountain. It's a disaster up there. There's all these CO2 canisters and no-lie dead bodies just piling up. It's a litter disaster, and everybody's ruined it, okay? This is what they don't want with the monolith, is everybody destroying the land by all their footfalls and their tire tracks and throwing their shit on the ground, so they get rid of it. So we had something nice, and it took a week, and you assholes ruined it. So that's that. Now then they start popping up in other places, but it isn't the same, okay? Because Kentwood, Michigan is not the Utah desert, and so this has happened.
It's official. The monolith mystery has arrived in West Michigan.
And we need to also park. It's not a monolith. A monolith is a single standing stone. These are all made of metal, and they're stupid.
This unidentified standing object was installed just this morning on the corner of 36th and Broadmoor in Kentwood.
This is made of a dull metal. It's not as shiny as the others that have popped up elsewhere in the world. And they've been seen all over, starting in Utah, but then similar pillars popped up across the country and as far away as England and Romania.
Right now, there's few clues.
So all of these have popped up in these different spots. And when are we going to get somebody with us? I mean, here we live in a day and an age where you can't take a dump without a camera on you. When are we going to see somebody actually holding a video of them installing one of these things saying, hey, what's the story? So that someone can actually give us some information.
Clues to how the Kentwood monolith ended up there, but we talked with a witness who pretty much dispelled that it is the work, it's not the work of aliens unless they're driving around in pickup trucks and bobcats.
I glanced over to my left and I saw a truck, like a blue utility truck. Pickup truck, no signs on it or nothing. I thought, okay, just thinking, just driving, commute to work, thinking, okay, it's just whatever, just a truck. And then the light turned green, and as I was driving, I was still looking at the truck because next to it there was like a tractor, like one of those Bobcat tractors that.
Anybody else here feel he's got way too many details in this story?
Moves heavy objects, and on it, like leaning against it, was this silver pillar. And I know lately monoliths has been like a craze, and I thought, no way then. What? Like, is this really happening? Am I seeing one being posted up like right now? I kind of wanted to maybe talk to that guy, see, what's the
why
story?
didn't you?
Did he put it up? Did somebody pay him to put
keep
it up?
going?
Is it like a secret? But
No, you don't keep going. You stop. That's what you do. You investigate.
It's just a mystery. It's just fun throughout this whole pandemic.
It's a mystery because you let it be a mystery. It didn't have to be a mystery.
It's just fun.
So you got to have some confirmation for us. This might not.
By the way, this is not fun. There's nothing fun about these stupid monoliths. Can you help me here? I need you to talk on this. Would you grab this over there in your spot? Yeah, I know. Have you been following this story about these monoliths?
No.
You don't know anything about what I'm talking about?
No.
Well, that's you wouldn't make a good partner on this story. Then I apologize. No, if you don't know, you don't know.
I don't know.
Okay.
Well, tell me a little bit. Maybe I have, but I don't know what you're saying right now.
You didn't see the story. I mean, this is for the amount you are on the phone for looking at your streams and whatever you look at for 15 to 20 hours a day.
Negative, but okay.
For the past 2 weeks, you haven't been able to see anything without seeing a monolith, a pillar coming out of the ground. It started with the southern Utah monolith.
Uh-huh.
This isn't none of this ringing a bell. What the hell? What do you look at?
Did you dream this?
No, this is a
I don't know anything
huge
about a
story.
monolith, a beam, a statue.
I'm impressed
I'm
that
gonna
you've
go look it
avoided
up
this.
I'm going to go look it up right now after I go get my tea or coffee or whatever.
I'm shocked that you haven't heard this. Just because of you're usually in everybody's shit online. Is it?
This is true. I don't know what's going on.
I think you're less about current events and more about Facebook fights. You know what people are saying on Facebook.
No.
And you don't participate in them.
No, I don't participate in the fights, but I tried to be on the. No, is that right? In the know, not on the know. In the know.
Yeah, you look like you're struggling for that. Try to be on the know. I was like, wait, and you had a hiccup in your brain when you were trying to come up with on the know.
It's not on the know. It's in the know, right?
In the know, yes.
Yeah. What do you?
It looked like you were doing a pee-pee dance there. No. Sorry. So you never heard of the monolith?
Never.
That makes me feel bad. Because I'm like, maybe the audience doesn't know what the fuck I'm talking about either. I think.
Well, I'm sure they do. It's just me. I haven't.
What is the big story in your world right now that I think that you would want to be discussed? Like, it doesn't matter what it is. It could be something personal, a friend of yours, if you can say it. Someone's bitching on Facebook about a certain topic. It could be the vaccination, which, by the way, is going to be in West Michigan this weekend. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Well, I don't even think that they've actually said it's approved. The FDA has approved that, but that's supposed to happen. It could be sometime today for the U.S. And if that happens, there will be hospital workers getting it within a handful of days.
Nice.
So, is there anything burning on your brain that you've been poking around?
Not really.
Really?
Well, I mean, the typical Facebook fights of I'm not gonna wear a mask. I'm gonna be with family if I want to be with family. I'm
Yes. I
gonna
saw
if I want to
that.
go to a party, I'll go to a party. That type of thing. Whatever.
I can't do it.
No.
I can't do it, and I don't have the heart. I'm not going to pick a fight with anybody.
No.
But, man.
I mean, teach their own, I guess. But
No, not
the
teach
thing
their own. Fuck
the thing
them.
is that
They can't do that.
If you guys want to go back to any type of normal, you just need to play by the rules. I mean,
No. They let them unplay by the rules, because then it's something for us to talk about.
yeah, but then we'll be like in lockdown for the next 6 years, and I'd like to go on with my life.
We've gotten this far with them doing that way. This is going to be just great.
Okay, I'm gonna go get some tea
Okay,
now.
can
Do
you
you want
get-
anything?
Yes.
What do you want?
Coffee.
You've already had like 4 cups.
I had 2. That's not 4. And I have 3 a day.
Okay, so this is your last one.
Yes.
For the day, and then you're gonna
Yeah.
change to hot cocoa or
Hot
something.
cocoa or tea or
Okay.
jizz or something.
I wonder. Never mind.
Something dirty just pop into your brain?
Just wondering if this. Never mind.
You want to say it, but then you don't.
Going downstairs.
You know, Wally listens to this. He gave me a lecture yesterday about my language. Did you know that? Did you hear what I just said?
Huh? Yes, you got a lecture from. I'm sorry, I was just getting a message from Jeffrey.
Yeah, what's he? Is
He
it
said
read
he's
him?
just wrapping up, but I need to get home for physical.
Hold on, I got to read it like Jeffrey. Hey, man, just wrapping up, but I need to get home for physical therapist. It's got to be late, man, you know. Just tell him whenever. I'll just, we're good. All right. So where was I? This nerd, talking about the monolith.
The aliens then.
I guess in this case, in this particular situation, unless the alien was wearing a skin suit, I don't know, but I mean, yeah, no, it looked like just an average Joe, just an average truck, and
what are you not investigating for?
The Lansing now has its own monolith that shows.
By the way, the Lansing monolith is so fucked. This thing is so stupid. You can open the door right now? All right, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. She's opening the door. And proverb of the day, that's coming up a little bit later on, and we'll talk about, okay, the Lansing monolith. It's like half the size of what we've seen, and it's fabricated with its own stand, and it's like on a street corner. It's like anybody could walk up to it and just take it. The same guy who stole Rick's trailer and Stefan's tools could easily just go up and lift this stupid thing.
Put up a few days ago. It's similar looking to the one in Kentwood. This one's located in the Old Town neighborhood. On this one, there are words at the base of the pillar that instruct people to go to a website
of course,
and a social media page called Michigan Monolith. We checked, but they haven't talked about putting one up in Kentwood.
It's probably a beacon for Ted Nugent cosplay assholes to show up there. Hopefully that's what it is. And then they'll gather around it, and it'll explode, and then that'll be that.
What at this point?
Unlike the Michigan monoliths, the original monolith discovery that sparked the craze was found by chance in a remote Utah desert. So while the local ones are clearly made to attract attention, there is still an air of mystery surrounding that one. Also, the Utah monolith, as you can see, has a shiny chrome-like look. Deepening the mystery, the Utah desert monolith disappeared soon after it was found.
Didn't disappear.
So what are the theories behind all of these? Well, the usual suspects, aliens,
Rob
or
Bliss,
eccentric artists.
It's Rob Bliss.
But the rest appear to be simply jumping on the monolith bandwagon.
Yes, they're all stupid. The whole
I
thing
guess
is
so.
dumb.
I like what that guy said, though, that we talked to. He just was like, hey, this is kind of fun during COVID, see where they pop up.
Yeah, until it turns into a marketing scheme for a department store.
Or something. Yes, we'll find out.
Think about TV.
Well,
TV people, and I love those two. I mean, seriously, they've been very, very kind to me over the years. Susan Shaw, Brian Sterling, love them, love them, love them. I wish they would just go, this is so dumb. But they have to keep it, they have to. But believe me, deep down, they're like, what the fuck? This is so stupid. Holy shit. All right, that's that. Hey, I have a managed IT service provider for this program. Blue Frost IT. So you have a business, small, medium, large, doesn't matter. and you got all your IT, all your computers. What happens if you have an issue? Well, the one thing I know is going to happen is you're going to lose money, okay? So you have to have a service contract with Blue Frost IT so that they can fix that shit when it goes south. Blue Frost IT, online at bluefrostit.com. 616-200-8550 is their number, okay? Call and get an estimate based on the amount of tech that you have that they can service for you. If you already have somebody that's doing this for you, we'll call upon them and get a quote. Might save you some money. And you'll be supporting a sponsor of this show. 616-200-8550 for Blue Frost IT, the managed IT service provider for the program. Nowadays, a small and medium-sized business for sure can't afford to have a staff of people. So what you do is you do it like this. I mean, I pay them. They're my guys. And I know I'm covered. Thank you, Blue Frost IT. The Kent County Health Department has been working very hard to try to keep you safe. And with this pandemic still, we're fighting it. Everything you need concerning COVID-19 is at accesskent.com/health, okay? 4 COVID testing stations in and around Kent County, Michigan. And, of course, all the other services are still in place, including vaccinations for your kids, maybe the WIC program. Call to see if you qualify for any of these free or no cost. 616-632-7100 for the Kent County Health Department. We got to get Nurse Mary back on here. We had such a great time talking with her. Her knowledge is second to none, and she is absolutely a treasure in the community. The world-famous Nurse Mary. Real quick, I screwed this up yesterday. Excuse me. My pal Jason Mays over at JM Synthetics. He wants more people on the Patreon. So if you have been meaning to buy stuff from him through JM Synthetics, he can get you on Patreon Tier 2. That's $10 a month for a year for free. And this is how you do it. You buy $100 worth of AMSOIL products, and you sign up as a preferred customer. That's $120. Okay? $100 for the products, oil, lubricants, whatever it may be. Of course, they invented synthetic motor oil. The preferred membership gets you access to cheaper prices, perks, lower shipping costs, things like that. It pays itself off, one of those deals. Quickly in a year, it'll pay itself off. First of all, for that, it's 10% off. So it drops down to $108 for all of that. With that, he's going to get you signed up for Patreon. Patreon.com/Eric Zane. What I screwed up yesterday was I said, you got to go to JM Synthetics and buy it that way. Negative. No. That is not true at all. You got to reach out to Jason yourself and say, hey, man, I want in, and then he takes care of it on his end. If you go through the website, that's going to make you, thank you, an unhappy camper, where you, of course, can buy stuff at jmsynthetics.com. But if you call Jason, 616-747-0233, that's your best bet. That's the way Jason makes the most money. And I'm all about Zaniacs/sponsors making money through my show. So, JM Synthetics, 616-747-0233. I think I got this right, Jason. And then you're good to go. Ladies and gentlemen, we have one more free podcast from sunny California. It's tomorrow. And I'm going to leave it right there. We got the Patreon a little bit later on today. Y'all are the best. Thank you so much for the support and the prayers and everything that you bring. Your time. Oh, my gosh. Thank you. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns you want to share with me, you think I'm a smart ass, maybe you need to put me in my place, you can do it. Eric at ericzaneshow.com, or write a review about how you don't like me. Wherever you download podcasts. Thanks, folks. Have a great rest of your day. Bye-bye. Oh, wait a minute. My Ride Into Work song. Yesterday I went Neil Young. You know I love classic rock. Royal Albert Hall was the scene Not long before John Entwistle from The Who died, The Who got together and they called on a friend named Noel Gallagher from Oasis to sit in on stage at the legendary Royal Albert Hall for their version of Won't Get Fooled Again. That's my Ride Into Work song. Live material from The Who. It ends the show. Till next time, bye-bye.